Morning. It's early in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I've made myself a coffee, got dressed, and I started to write again. So from the time of me releasing the last video and starting making this one, I figured out the next bit. And it's a rough idea. It's not going to sound great, but nothing when it first starts is ever perfect. So you've got to take the rough with the smooth and battle on through it. So the bit I've got is so even while recording that, I changed the idea. That's the first time I've ever played that way. I didn't actually plan that until just then. So happy accidents happen, as Bob Ross always says. And I do like Bob Ross. So yeah, that's the beginning part of this next section. I can call the first bit this whole... I've practiced that enough times now to know that that is going to be the intro to the song. That's how it's going to begin. I'm just going with that. The next bit is this part I've just played, and then after that it's literally just trying to figure out where you want to go with it and trying to find out musically how that is going to happen. You have to draw on a lot of other skills. So for me, conversationally, musically speaking, it's whatever logically sounds like is going to come next is going to come next. And it's easier said than done because you are using this to speak. That's how I write music. I see it as a conversation. So you're at the... Now that E chord has come back. I told you I was going to remember that one for later. So the nice thing about that E chord that I only just realised was it's kind of, there's some dissonance in that. There's like a feeling of, oh, how do you put it? I don't know, like maybe uncertainness. Who knows? Well, I'm sure that one will materialise eventually. This will be the third video and I will try and wrap up a few things in this. I'm not going to try and make this series too long. I'm going to try and make it long enough so that you can creatively go off and do your own thing, which is all I'm trying to achieve here. Giving you confidence in going into new grounds with alternative tunings and giving you pointers on how to be creative, also telling you how I am creative, and then hopefully you can do your own thing with it because it's fun. It is good fun. So being creative in that sense, I've changed a few things for myself as well. There's a new lens on the camera and I've changed the light setup. It literally, instead of pointing directly at me, it's now pointing at the wall in front of me, so it's diffusing beautifully. And if anybody knows anything about videography, lighting and cinematic effects, you're probably watching this and going, yeah, it's an improvement. It's not great, but it's an improvement. But it's a learning process as well for me. So I'm probably gonna make this the final video. This whole series has just been recorded on my camera with its own microphone. It's a Rode Video Micro, if anyone's interested, and I use a Canon 70D, which is a relatively old camera at this point, which is okay for filming. It's not the best, but it gets the job done. So what you're going to see through the next part of this video, hopefully, is me just working on the writing process, trying to figure out the next two bits, and possibly an extra section that may feature in the song somewhere. And then after that, it's just arrangement. So I'll have the different sections that I've worked out, and I'm just piecing them together until eventually I can tell you a story sonically. And that is going to take me an awful long time. Let's try something else. And I'm going to be playing with this tuning for probably... So I think I've finished the track as far as I want to go, because if I spend too much time on it, it is going to become a lot more than it currently is, and I don't want to make this too hard of a tutorial because I have a tendency to work on things for months on end until I've gotten to a point where I think they're done. and that usually means I play them over and over and over again and change parts very slightly and whatever else. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you the final structure that I've sorted. Now I have written the rest of the song, and that's all come from everything that I've explained in the previous 2 videos. A shut up and play video will come eventually once I've got time to record it properly, edit it properly, everything properly. As properly as it can get. I'm not a professional in any regard, but so this is the final part of this song, still unnamed. Don't know if I will name it. We'll see. Anyway. I was struggling so hard through that because my camera is not the best and it likes to stop recording every now and again. As a final summary, I've obviously done a lot of work on that. Now the amount of time it's taken me has been about 4 or 5 days. Now I'm not saying that I'm a good guitar player, because there are definitely people better than me out there, but I'm just saying that it is possible. And if you are just starting to play guitar, or you are a artist that is bored of playing in standard tuning, or you can't figure out where you want to go with it, then try something different. I used to think that detuning my guitar to like drop D or something, instead of playing the full power chord and playing the drop D with one finger, I used to think it was cheating, and I know a few people have said that online, Rabir Masad being one of them. Love that man. Oh, got to meet him just the one time very briefly, and he signed the CD when I went to one of his shows for Tosca. It's a shame they're not together anymore. Anyway, with that tuning, you can do an awful lot, because it will push you out of your comfort zone, it will make you search a bit more, and then you can go on your own little adventure with it. And yeah, I mean, the inspiration comes from all sorts of places. It's a really hard one to try and pin down into one video, but you've got to use all of the tools in your bag to make something come out of that, because without you, that doesn't get played. Oh, there's a Larrivee, by the way. His name's Larry. Yeah, but have a go. And I'd like a bit of a discussion on this. I mean, I've put a fair bit of work into this, I think, and to have some comments or questions or whatever else would be nice. So if you have anything you want to share with me, then hit me up in the comment section below, or then you can all throw ideas around in there. With that said, the finished version of that song will be recorded at some point. I'll stick it on the channel. But yeah, good luck, thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, blah blah blah, all that YouTuber stuff, you know what's up.